Okay. Yeah, but the visuals, weren't they dynamic? All right, hold on. All right, Megan, hold on. You want to share one scarf? We could just share one scarf and have around both of us. Did you see how cute? Did you see how cute? She agreed to it. I asked her beforehand. I tried it on the scarf on her the other day. Can you even hear me? I asked her ahead of time. I tried a scarf on her the other day. And I'm like, you want to get dressed up with me for the live stream? She was so cute because she was just sitting there like I put on like some squirrels, on YouTube, like relax my dog, right? And she was just laying down, like, okay, I'm just gonna lay here. I'm like, Megan, we got a live stream to do. She's like, oh yeah. You don't like the blue one? It's too much. It keeps getting caught in my bracelet, huh? Okay. Oh, but you're so beautiful. She's so pretty. Oh my God. Pause. You're so handsome too. Here, you want to wear the red one too? Oh, you look really dynamic in the red one. All right. Okay. You really do. You're just a handsome boy. You're a beautiful girl. All right. Let's get rid of the scars for now. Oh, how is everybody today? Thank you, Jessica. Hey, Jessica, I hope you're feeling better, my dear. Sent you healing love and light the other day. Can be posted. Hello, Kimmy. I love you. Hello, Facebook user who says beautiful. I don't see your name, but I love you, and I'm so glad you're here, and I thank you for that kindness. Although you might be talking to Megan, but either way, I'll say thank you for both of us. She's so perfect. Look at Puppy. Oh my God, Puppy. One of his. Well, you know what? You're getting better every moment of every day. I know your eye's still not perfect yet. Yeah. Pause. Got a bunch of healing the last couple of days. So, yeah. Okay. She goes, thanks, still sick. Well, that sucks, but that's one of those. There's a lesson in there for you. You know what? You know what's interesting about being sick? Oh, thank you for the kisses. Is that all dis-ease or any kind of illness, right, is stuck energy. Megan, okay, sorry. Megan's getting herself comfortable in the chair. Let me know when you're seated. Really? Ah! Like okay, are you good there? Are you good? There, she's happy now. Oh, okay. we figured it out. Okay, perfect. And puppy pants. Oh, sweet boy. Sweet boy. Oh, see, this eye is still dripping a lot. Yes, my sweet angel boy. But you're getting you're healthier every moment. You are so healthy. Yes, you are. Let me just dry your eye. Been putting antibiotics in it and stuff. Okay, so done with the 19th. Done with the 19th. Hi, Bonnie. Great to see you. Not sure what you mean by done with the 19th. Oh, today is the 19th? Okay, you didn't like today. Well, it's not over yet. I'm here. We're all hanging out together, guys. So why don't we make the most of right now? Or you could just go to sleep and then be done with the 19th. That's another way to do it. Or you could just shift your energy and be here right now. And let's make something good here because that's what I'm here for. So I've been having this really interesting dream. Okay, so let me just let you know the donation today is $25 for a full live reading tonight. All right, you can use PayPal, you can use Cashapp, you can use Facebook Pay. $25 gets you a full reading, and I already have one from Julie. So thank you very much, Julie. You are first. Absolutely. You're awesome. I love and appreciate you all. Okay, let me just make my list. I'm so happy to be here. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hi, Julie. Thank you so much, my dear. You are first. I guess get started shortly. I always sit and chat with you guys for a little bit when we first go live. PayPal link. Thank you, Kime. All right, hang on one moment. Un momento, por favor. What did I say? Yes, John. Okay, so apparently I wrote something that said 25 for guarantees a full live reading, which in any language doesn't work. Maybe, well, I don't know. Maybe it works in another language, but it doesn't work in English. Anyway, so it's $25 guarantees you a full live reading tonight. That's what I was trying to say. I love it. I'm very organized, but a lot of times I do things last minute because that's kind of exciting for me. It's always been that way, but I've always been really good doing it that way. Although I do plan things somewhat ahead of time and more now than I have in a while, and I'm excited. Connor McEntee says, hello again. Can I ask, do you do private past life readings or know someone else who does? I do. private readings. I do past life readings, but it depends on what it is that you want to know. If it's when spirit does works with me with past lives, it's something that you need to know in your now reality. So there's information attached to it. Uh, I don't want to say a lesson, but it is a lesson. It's something that you're ready to learn. Maybe something you're ready to release, a limiting belief or something. And that's why they do it. They don't. I happen to think past lives are cool as anything because those are our concurrent lives. But so far, I suppose I could do it for like entertainment, but that's not how they've been using them. So anyway, if that's hi Misty, welcome. If that's interesting to you and you feel that you're interested in knowing what spirit um yeah, what they want to show you with your past lives or from your past lives, and I can certainly do that for you. So you have to inbox me, and we'll do that. It's an hour. It's an hour session. Trying to think if we could do it in 30 minutes. I don't think so. Honestly, when I do live readings, I mean private readings, I like to do 1 hour sessions. I've done shorter readings, but usually I do 1 hour readings because that works best for myself and the person that I'm reading for, the client or you. You know what I'm saying? It gives us time to for me to share what spirit has to say. It gives us time for you to ask questions. You know, it gives spirit always makes time to do what they want to do and to say what they want to say. But it also, I don't like to feel rushed. In fact, I don't book people back to back ever. I always give myself, there's Trixie, she's here, plenty of room in between clients. And I meditate, just like before I get here on my live streams. I shower, I meditate. Wednesdays, I sit for trance healing. So for me, if I don't meditate, that's okay, because I just sat for an hour in trance, blending with spirit. So, but it's, I have these routines and whatever, and these things are important to me because I take what I do very seriously. I have amazing friends. And what am I trying to say here? I do. I have amazing friends. That's all I wanted to say about that. And I just want to say thank you. Hi, you guys are my friends and I love you. Sandy says, hi, cmeaganmichael, CMM. Oh, that's CMM. Great seeing you. And Connor says, I know what you mean. I receive Abraham and Seth, but they're telling me I need another psychic to guide me through it. And they keep showing me you. So an hour sounds good. I would be honored. I would be absolutely honored. Connor, go ahead and inbox me when we're done, or inbox me now, whatever. I'll respond later this evening or tomorrow, first thing in the morning. So I would love to. That'll be my pleasure. I love that because I'm so into both Abraham and Seth. So to know they guided you to me, honestly, I'm like, oh my God. I feel really excited about that. Yeah, for sure. It is a great honor. Misty Hamilton. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I love it. I love it. So she goes, yay for amazing friends in Soul Tribe. Oh, it's the truth. You guys are amazing. I love and appreciate you so much. Let me make sure I'm on YouTube while I'm saying hello. I'm just checking. Okay, good. So I am live on YouTube. And hopefully, thank you for the like on YouTube. Thank you. Let me make sure. Please, if you're drawing, please go ahead and share. Where am I? Where can you see me now, Kimmy? I think you might have written that earlier at 7:10. Yeah, I think I went live a few minutes later today. I was blow drying my hair. A little bit because it's kind of cold out. Listen, I know Florida's not cold compared to most places, but for Florida, it's kind of cold. And so I had to dry I wanted to, but it looks better and it feels better. I don't like to be cold. I don't like to be hot either. But anyway, she goes, yes, that was earlier. Okay, cool. Cool. Sandy's saying hi to Shayna Honeybee. Hello, Shayna Honeybee. I love you, Shayna. And Sandy says, I've been getting the wolf animal spirit visiting me the last few days. Ooh, I love that. Hey, Trixie, you being good? She's like, I'm good. This is my belly. This is my kitty belly. She's been tucking herself under the covers in the bed. So when I make the bed every day, right? She figured out how to tuck herself under the covers. So she'll do that. She'll unmake the bed. It's just a new thing for her. And I just think it's the cutest. She'll unmake the bed and she'll tuck herself under the covers. And then she's all cuddled up when I come in. Right, Trixie, you want to say hello again with your pretty face showing? Maybe a little bit. There's that beautiful face. She's so pretty. Oh my goodness, she's a beautiful girl. I love Trixie. And Megan's still chilling behind me, my boo boo. That's what that's how we roll on Wednesday nights. It's Megan, we share the show. We do it together. We do it together. Sandy says, "Love your hair. I used to straighten mine all the time, but a few years I let the waves be natural. Best idea ever." Boy, can I relate to that. Good golly, Miss Molly. When I was, you've heard, some of you heard me say this before. My mom used to get her hair straightened when I was little. My mom was very beautiful, very glamorous, and she had this jet black hair. She dyed it black. It was probably brown like mine, but anyway, she dyed it jet black and beautiful, mascara the wings, right? And her hair was totally straight, like, you know, coiffed or whatever. She would go to the salon. Hello, Trixie. Please don't knock over the ring light, babe. I really need you not to do that, okay? Thanks. And anyway, so that's what I saw growing up. And then, of course, it was the 60s, right? I was born in 65. And so, the long flaxen, waxen hair. And then I had my mom kept my hair short, and she's curly and short. And so I wasn't happy about that. And I see my mom with the pretty straightened hair. Anyway, so I started getting my hair. She started getting my hair. Well, I asked her to do it. And so she started getting my hair straightened from the time I was 7 until I was 14. So I know what you mean. She said, for some reason, I thought my face fat when my hair is natural. I don't mind fat anymore. Well, that's interesting because honestly, I feel like, see, I don't think about like weight anymore as an issue at all. In fact, that I've lost probably weight because I don't care. It's not that I don't care; it's that I'm not worried about it. So, but I love that you're not worried about it either. I just love because when we love our bodies just the way we are, our bodies love us back. When we're always, because I went through this too, with curly hair, and I had a weight issue too when I was younger, and but I cared. I was worried about what other people thought growing up. I was raised in a really judgmental place, in a neighborhood where everybody was like, "Rah!" And that never resonated with me. But that's where I lived. So for a while, from about like well, anyway, we moved to Florida when I was 12. And that was a whole other thing. Because I've released those fears. I love me at any size. Amen to that. Or aho. Yeah, exactly. Me as well. I've been loving myself for so long. It's so funny because recently I had a couple of people said that I lost weight, and then I went and I noticed my clothes were getting big on me, and the clothes that were small on me now fit, and so I thought, okay, that's cool. That feels good. I actually feel even better in my body because my joints appreciate it more, and I'm doing a lot of Zumba, so I feel great. And then I started doing toning again, and so I feel strong. So this part, but it's funny because when I try on the pants, which were I guess a size 16 that I'd been wearing for a while, they fall off me now. But I never thought I was fat when I wore those pants. Now that size when I was young, when I thought like a size 5 or 7, where it was like that or die, or size 3. I would have, but I don't ever see myself like that. So now, I mean, it's funny because I'm like, felt good in my body then. I feel good in my body now. I just feel good, because I love Zumba videos on YouTube. Check out, if you're drawn, Z Dancer Liz. And if you want, I'll even add you to her group. She only charges, listen, YouTube's got a ton of free stuff, but I fell in love with Z Dancer Liz. She's an awesome person, super high vibe, and she's got great choreography, fantastic music, and she's just the nicest person, And shockingly, she's like, even like a couple of years older than me, which I thought she was like 40. I figured she's way younger than me, but because she looks that good. And so also I can add you to her group if you like her. And literally she charges only $10 a month for 10 videos. And she has you can actually attend her live classes for free. And then if you want the replay, which I do, I'm not trying to pitch her. I just am excited about her because her Zumba classes have, it's really changing my life. It's not her. I'm not trying to disempower myself and credit the Zumba instructor. But her work inspires me so much that I'm changing my life even more, changing my body even more. And at this time in my life, having flexible joints and being lighter is a good thing. I'm happy with me either way. But I just feel good. I feel great actually. I feel even better. So good. That's the talk about that. There's so many things. We're going to start doing some readings in just a moment. We're starting again with the beautiful Julie Graham. Julie Graham is first. If you would like a reading tonight, donation is $25, and that gives you a full live psychic reading. Yay! I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That was about Trixie. I just know it. Okay, cool. All right, all right, all right. Give me one moment. Let's just get everything. There's so many things. Oh, wow. There's so many things that I want to. Oh, how cool is that? Okay, so we had a contest. I haven't read it. I haven't read the review yet, but I'm excited about it. We had a contest. I created a new. I'm just going to take you off the screen just for a moment, Julie, because this isn't your reading yet. This is me sharing some stuff. So, Spirit and I created a new service, and it didn't have a name. Basically, it's a reading, right? So it's a reading, and Spirit will tell you what it is that you're. I think I talked about this last week, so I'm just going to go over it briefly. Where it's a reading, and they let you know what it is you need to put down, because like you're holding all these bags. If you haven't heard me say this before, then this is not going to make sense. But if you have heard Spirit talk about like you're holding these bags and you're on a train platform and you can't get into the train car, because you got all these bags, and all these bags are from your past, different burdens. Like let's just say it was, limiting beliefs about weight, which I know it's not for you or I anymore, but I'm just saying weight or about relationships or about money, whatever. You're carrying these bags. Oh, I can't get into the train. The train is my future, my best life, the highest timeline right now in this now reality. And so what Spirit's doing, Meagan, you keep pushing me, honey. I want you to be comfortable, but okay, thank you. She keeps like giving me, she's getting herself comfortable behind me. And so she keeps rearranging herself as she's kicking me in my tushy. So they do that. They'll point out whatever they'll do the reading, and they'll bring to this. They'll help you become aware of what's already on the surface that's ready to be cleared, and then they go ahead and they clear it for you. Okay. And then they send healing. And so I was looking for a name for that. I was looking for a name for that. And so I started a contest. And I'm super excited. Oh, that's so cool. Let me see. Do I want to share this? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to share it. All right. Hold on. I'm going to share. Let me see if I can screen share. I'm going to share because Shiloh, we had 2 winners. It was supposed to be 1 winner. But I was reading over. Hi, Haley. Welcome. Welcome. Wow. Are you guys all related? There's a Julie Graham, a Heather Graham, and we have another Graham, too. Oh, Haley Graham. Yeah, you're right in front of my face. Hello. Hello, everybody. It's like Spirit bringing us all together. Oh, Heather. You guys. See? You got Heather. We've got Haley. We got Julie. I'm saying. There are no accidents. Oh, you are? Okay. Well, that makes... Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Well, thank you guys for all bringing each other here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am deeply honored. So, yeah. So, Heather is one of our winners. Yeah. So, Heather was the first one to comment. And hang on, let me pull it up. Heather was the first one to comment, and she said, soul journey rejuvenation. And I just knew, but I wanted to give everybody a chance. And besides, I had to be open, because I also kind of wanted you to win, but I had to be open. So I was totally open, because what it is when I say I wanted you to win, I guess I knew you were going to, and I'll explain how you won in the end. And so it's going to make even more sense to everybody. So, because I wanted to be very fair. And then when Shiloh posted Kikani, and then she described the meaning of it, which is ki means life force or psychic energy, also spelled chi, qi, right? And in Sanskrit, kani means small diamond or broken piece of diamond. And then, anyway, so together, kikani means the life force of light within the dark. And I just thought that, plus I even looked it up myself and noticed when I looked up names, kikani, I don't remember offhand, but it was very aligned and uplifting. So I'm like, that really called to me too. So I'm like, but then, yeah, right? But then it made sense. Kikani healing, because Shiloh had written Kikani journey, but Spirit showed me Kikani healing, And then it's so Kakani healing is a soul journey rejuvenation. So it's Kakani healing, soul journey rejuvenation. So there are two winners, and each winner receives a Kakani healing soul journey rejuvenation. And I'm super excited. I'm really excited about it. So I love you guys. Oh, wait. So wait. So I felt really strongly that both of you won. And yes, I do listen to myself, but I also have a great amount of faith in some really dear friends of mine. Kimmy Siegel being like right up on the top of the list. And she's also the admin in the group, one of the admins in the group. What is the meaning of the first word? I will tell you more about that in just a moment. So I had asked Kimmy to tune in. I said I'm drawn to two different people, two different names, right? But I'm not going to say who, and I'm not going to say why, or whatever. Just if you wouldn't mind tuning in and seeing who you come up with. I swear. She messaged me back a little while later. She said, Shiloh and Heather. And I'm like, oh my God. Listen, that's who I picked. So both of us, so spirit was totally clearly, you know what I mean? Because I love all of you. And I wanted to just make absolutely positively sure that it was the right meaning aligned answer, and that I was being totally fair to everybody. And voila, we have the exact same. So yeah, I just had to share that with you. So let me just Google it real fast, because I'll tell you what she wrote, which I started to tell you a minute ago, actually, about that, about meaning chi, like life force. Hang on, let me see. And then I'll look it up what I found. Kikani. She says it's Sanskrit, but I also, hang on, Trixie, please don't lay on my keyboard, honey. Okay. So this is what I found at names.org, that you were a seeker of truth and wisdom. You could have seen your future lives. Others perceived you as an idealist, illuminating the path to the future. And it says more, but I'll leave it at that. That's all I read. Yes, I do, Gonzalez. Kana, hello. Okay, I don't know if I'm mispronouncing your name, forgive me. But I absolutely do. And if you would like a live reading tonight, it is $25. And I have to give you the PayPal link that Kimmy asked me about an hour ago, and I never did it. Yeah, I accept PayPal, Cashapp, and Facebook Pay. Let me drop the link in there. Thank you for the reminder, Kimmy, from before. And I completely forgot all over again. That's all right. All right. Where's my live stream? Okay. Let me pin this live stream, and let me okay, one moment. I also do private readings. If you're just tuning in, I also do offer private readings. Kimmy's laughing at me. I do. And so if you'd like to book a private reading, please feel free to inbox me directly. Okay, so donate $25 for your live reading tonight. Your full live reading tonight, as opposed to a mini reading. Clearly not as long as a 1 hour private reading, but it's the most in-depth reading that you'll get live. And Spirit is very, they never offer too much private. They don't give your private. In other words, what I'm trying to say, and I'm like stumbling all over myself, they don't give anything that's too private. If there's something that's super private, then they'll just have me say, and I want to invite you to book a private reading, with which they'll do anyway if they feel there's more to say. But I would let you know that there's some things that they won't share publicly, and so that's how you'll know that there's more. But anyway, but they're very thorough, and they're very detailed, and they tell you exactly what they want you to know. And if you have a question, we can do that too. So either one, either we do the general reading, which I do a lot of, and I love doing that. I do, because then we get to know exactly what Spirit wants you to know in this now moment. But if you have a specific question or a topic, like, I don't know, your life path or your gifts, I don't know, whatever it is, if you have a question, we'll do that, because I can do anything. I'm the conduit. I'm the vessel for Spirit. And so over time, I keep learning, if you want it, I can do it, as long as I'm aligned with doing it. And Spirit will work through me in that way. It's got to be for the greatest and highest good. Mm-hmm. I'm writing down Cashapp. Oops. Of course, I forgot to put the details in there of Cashapp, but I've almost got the rest of it done. Yeah, it makes it easier to donate if you have the donation information. Although I do add it in the description, which makes it very helpful. See, Meagan, Michael. Okay. Or Facebook Pay through Messenger. I think Facebook Pay is connected to PayPal. I'm not sure, but I am definitely. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I am definitely signed up. Oh, yes, it is. I am signed up for it. So okay. So if you would like a private reading tonight, let me know in the comments that you've donated. Let me know if you're using Cash App or PayPal or Facebook Pay, and then you will be next after Julie Graham, who is first today. All right. And Gonzalez is saying, I want to know if my daughter's dad will get back with me. Well, that is an interesting question, and I'd be happy to tune in and share whatever spirit wants to bring through. If you'd like a reading tonight, again, they are $25. I do want to, but I have to share this. Yeah, I feel like you really want to know that. I mean, I was going to go like broader perspective, which spirit will probably do anyway, which is to focus on you, right? And send Trixie, stop, and to send love, to just send love of yourself, and this goes for everybody, guys. This isn't a private reading right now. This is an everybody, for whoever it resonates with. When you love yourself and you have a loving relationship, fulfilling relationship with yourself, you'll attract people that are whole and complete. So if you want someone, sometimes we want something, and the more we want it, that holds it at bay, because you're actually creating the wanting. This is the law of attraction. You're creating the wanting. It doesn't matter whether it's a relationship or money or doesn't, whatever it is. If you want, if you keep saying, I want, please make this, I want, then that's, or I need, then you're recreating over and over again the need and the want. May not be, listen, Gonzalez, I think it's probably your last name, but anyway, it's, if that doesn't resonate with you, just disregard it. But this is what Spirit's bringing through on the topic. Okay. Sometimes we're really deep in the middle of something emotional, and so people don't care about broader perspective. I know when I was in the middle of drama, I wouldn't cared about that bigger stuff. But you're here on my live stream, and that means you're ready to hear something. So whether it resonates now or in the future, so focus on, I already have everything I need. I have it. I'm happy, and then just and that's an exercise that's a takes practice, but just being happy with and appreciating what is. And if there are topics, this is a law of attraction teaching, guys. If there are topics that make you like have a wobble in your vibration, like you get kind of like you can't just feel happy about it because it's got a lot going on up here, then just don't think about that topic for right now. And because the more you raise your vibration, the more you're going to attract positive things into your life that are really for your greatest and highest good, and usually that you really want. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. All right. I am excited. Kimmy's laughing at me because I totally forgot to put the thing in. All right. Excellent. All right, so we have the family of Grahams here. I'm just so honored. I just love that. And I'm so excited that you won, Heather. I'm excited for the both because, somebody asked, yeah, I already said you what Kakani means. So, yeah, but it's a soul, Kakani healing, right? Oh, and the thing about the future, with that meaning of Kakani, by the way, is that where it says you could see your future lives, and that's what this is about. It's about clearing away the past so you can move into the future. So that fully resonates. And then it is a soul rejuvenation. What Heather said is exactly what it is. I mean, it couldn't have been anything else. That's why hers was the first comment, and I'm like, well, that's the end of the contest right there. But it was still going to go on all weekend. But I also had a feeling more would come, and it did. And but yeah, I love that soul journey rejuvenation, soul tribe. I know it, guys. I know it, Sandy. You guys are my soul tribe. Honestly, some of my happiest times of the week are when I'm here with you guys. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I create my own happiness, and these are the loves of my life, right? And I love what I do, and I love my friends. But I really love, and I'll tell you one of the reasons. Well, first of all, individually, you're all amazing, and I appreciate every one of you. And if you're tuning in on the replay, I know you're too. I feel you. Okay, I have actually got to share this a little bit because I just realized I promised it's in it. All right, Trixie, I'll move this on the floor so you can lay down and stop trying to knock it on the ground. Okay. All right. She's such a cat. Give me a second. I said I'm going to share it with a new local group that I've never done before. That'll be interesting. I asked permission this morning. This is a little different for me because this is a local group, literally the county that I live in. Now, most of my friends are all over the world, all of you guys. None of you here right now live right next to me, I don't think. And if you do, let me know. Let me know if you live in Orlando or around Orlando. Let me know. But most of my friends are all over the world, and I love that. But okay, spiritual. But I also thought, in one moment. Hang on one moment. Let me do this. Not really. Yeah. So I read the description of the group, and it said, um, any kind of spiritual content, whatever. And so then I thought, but let me specifically, because not every admin wants live streams, and you know what I'm saying? So let me just make sure. So I asked, and she said, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. So cool, man. Okay. So, okay, cool. So where are you guys? Okay. So Meagan West is in Lake City, prior Titusville. Really? You used to live in Titusville? I know it well. Really? So you're in Florida too. How cool is that, girl? Hey. We might have been neighbors. But that's so cool. And then Sandy says my amazing and spiritual mentor lives close to Orlando. Really? Okay. I actually live in Brevard County. Now that's the group that I just shared to. It's a Brevard County spiritual group, which made me a little bit nervous because I didn't know anybody around, and like it's so funny because most of my neighbors don't know me as a psychic or a healer. I don't know. I mean, well, I can't say that because one of my neighbors is on my Facebook page. So she knows now. But she didn't know for most of the 7 years I've been living here. So anyway, Toronto, Canada. Beautiful. And Teresa, it's a beautiful name. Hi, coming from Canada. Hello, Canada. Hello, hello, hello. She goes, yes, for 5 years. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Let's see. And then Sandy says she lives in Altamont Springs. I'm very familiar with the name. Not exactly sure where it is. Is it like just outside of Orlando? I'm about an hour from Orlando myself. This is so cool, guys. I'm so glad we brought this up. I'm excited. Sometimes I don't want to like pry, which I guess people want to talk about themselves too. Sometimes I feel like, oh well, I don't want to be nosy and say, so like, where do you live? Because I'm a private person. I'm public in some ways, but I'm very private in other ways. And so but there you go. Live and learn. So I'm really glad. So if you're getting here or if you're watching on the replay and you want to drop it in the comments where you live, cool. I wouldn't put your address or your phone number down, but I'm just saying. And she goes, yes, she just lives outside of Orlando, 15 minutes. Okay, that's a nice area. I really get. My niece lives in Orlando. She works for Disney. Like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now. Yeah. I remember when she was just getting out of high school, just graduating high school, and about to start college, and her dream was to work at Disney. And she's like, oh, I don't know if I'll ever get that. I think she was like 17 at the time or something. She just turned 24, I think. So maybe she was 18. I don't know. But she just graduated high school. And she's like, oh, I really want to work at Disney. And my brother's an Imagineer, but I don't know that I could ever do it. I'm like, sure you can. And then she was like, but I live too far. And I'm like, you can, don't worry. That, you know what I mean? We went through all these limiting beliefs. She goes, well, my mentor worked for Disney for a year. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Connecticut. Heather lives in Connecticut. Awesome, awesome. Anyway, without going into any more of her personal details, because that's her business. She went through the limiting beliefs. She was just a young girl saying, oh, but, and now then she got the job, and they pay for her college completely. Yep, They totally pay for her college, and she's been there. Like I said, I think 5 or 6 years now, and she loves it. So she made those are her dreams. And you know what? It's so you guys. I hope she doesn't upset me. Anyway, I don't think so. This is just very general stuff. But originally, she had worked at. She told me, like an assisted living facility, like elderly care for people that couldn't care for themselves, and that didn't resonate with her at all. It didn't resonate with her at all. And so she just could not follow it. She didn't want to, she wanted to work for Disney. And then when she got the jobs at Disney and just loves it, loves it, loves it. And she goes, "Can you see Shiloh's comments?" "Oh, not at all. I don't I thank you so much for letting me know. So let me see. Maybe she's commenting in my group and I'm not seeing it. You know what? Click on the video itself. I would have totally mentioned Shiloh like 10, 20 minutes ago when I was talking about her if I saw her comments. Thank you for letting me know. Let me just click here. And in just a moment, I will start the readings. Let me just, come on, Facebook. Okay, why? Okay, how about that? That's all right. Okay, cool. All right, give me 1 second. I'm still looking. I wonder why I'm not getting into. Wait, you can hear my feedback now. This is going to sound crazy, but, well, okay, I'll definitely share that. Well, maybe not crazy, but, okay, is that, it's not on the screen. I'm looking at my group, and Facebook must be doing something. I literally cannot see. All right, so I can't see any of the posts on Facebook right now on my group. I don't know why, but that's just it is what it is. So if wait. So if you want to talk to me in the comments, please click on the video, and then you should be able to. Because we can see her comments. I wonder why I can't see her comments. Or go to I think you have to click on the video. Oh, there you are. Oh my God, I see you. Okay, so I'm not able to see you on. Okay, she goes, "Call me Ninja." All right. Hi, Shiloh. Hello. Okay, cool. All right, now I see you. I could not see the comments. Not even one. Melbourne, Australia. Hello. Let's see. Is it the middle of the night for you? And by the way, thank you for that beautiful review. I don't even know if I tagged it yet or whatever, because I'm live while I'm noticing it and I read part of it. And cool. And Shiloh says, "You're awesome." I thank you so much. So are you. All right. Cool. All right. So now I just know I have to go here. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. I am doing well. Thank you. How are you? And where are you from? Now that I'm asking it, now we're all talking about it. Where are you from? So I am from Brevard County, outside of Orlando. And I say that because it's, for privacy purposes. I don't think it would be important to give my exact town, to be honest. But I also do because most people have heard of Orlando, and that gives a point of reference. Everybody knows, not everybody, but I say a lot of people know Orlando, Disney World, Universal Studios, and most people, if you say, like, I don't know, like Christmas, Florida, or something like that, they're like, listen, when I moved to this area, I didn't know there was a Christmas, Florida, but there is. And we went there on Christmas, my awesome friend Diana and I. Anyway, guys, let me know if you're donating for your reading today. The donation is $25. You can use PayPal, you can use Cashapp, or you can use Facebook Pay. We have another donation, and that is from Haley Graham. We are doing the Graham family today. You guys are amazing, and I love you all. Let me grab my notebook, the one I threw on the floor, because my beautiful Trixie Boo was like, "I'm just going to toss it off." All right, so we've got Julie, and then we have Haley. We're rocking and rolling, guys. Okay, and by the way, just in case you haven't noticed, Meagan Boo is still totally cuddled up. Yeah, she's so good. That was so cute. We started out with the scarves. Yeah, Meagan, right. Oh, you want to show him again? Anybody that missed the beginning, Meagan? She goes, "Not really. I'm kind of sleeping." Meagan was wearing she's sleeping now, but she was wearing a pretty scarf. Okay, so Meagan was wearing this. We were both wearing a pretty scarf, like around our heads. Okay, but she had this one on, and I had the blue one. Ooh. So when you're done, you can always watch back the beginning. It wasn't flawless. It was more like a behind the scenes kind of situation, but it was super fun. Yeah. Ah, Bonnie, are you still here, Bonnie? I'm loving my calendar, Bonnie. Just letting you know. Okay, one more announcement before I start doing the reading. Oh wait, Jackie says I'm sad because I dropped my phone in a lift by Thursday and all my stuff attached to the case. I'm praying I get it back. I am from Detroit, Michigan, and it's freezing here. Welcome from Detroit, and I'm really sorry that you dropped that. She goes, "Oh, I love silky." Hang on, let me get one step at a time. I'm sorry that you dropped that. You can probably. So you're sure you dropped it in a lift, huh? Hmm. If I get any more information about that, I'll let you know. Because sometimes spirit, but it sounds like you already know where, and it's just a matter of probably contacting them. You know. So, but remember, everything happens. That sounds so trite. Everything happens for a reason, but it does though, because we create it that way, and we learn. It's not predestined; like it happens for a reason, and then we learn from it. It's like we create it, whatever the reality is. You ready? We create that reality, and then it's and then we learn. We grow from it because it helps us to overcome things. Oh, you donated too. Thank you, Heather. Did you also donate on PayPal, dear? Let me put Heather down. Indeed, we've got the entire beautiful Graham family. Or at least I don't know if it's probably not your entire family, but I'm excited. This is my first time reading for a family like this. This is so cool. I love you guys. So, anyway, again, I really wish you the very best that you get it back and that you learn whatever it is. I've left things in lifts before, but sometimes they reappear anyway. I have one earring that didn't reappear, but I have two other earrings that literally came back to me like a year later. It was kind of crazy, but Spirit will do that. Okay. Thank you again, Heather. And thank you, Julian. Thank you, Haley. On PayPal. Yes. See it. Got it. And Sandy loves the silky scarves. I do too. You know what I learned? I learned you don't wash them in the washing machine. Yeah, I learned that. So I kind of damaged a few scarves. Some of them were antiques, but I didn't know. I have a little. It's not a big giant washing machine. It's a small washing machine that's in my shower because we don't have a unit inside the apartments where I live. It's downstairs, and some things like delicates, I don't want to go down there. Like my clothes, honestly, I could just wash it right in the shower, and then I hang it dry anyway. I didn't want, because anyway. So I washed the scarves, but like the things with the rhinestones or the not rhinestones, sequins get caught in other things and it pulls, and so just some FYI, don't wash your scarves in a machine with other things. I would recommend hand washing those suckers. Yeah. Which is the future of my scarf washing. Alrighty. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. All right. So you know what? I'm really drawn to smudge a little bit. Brand new sage, but I need to get. I'll just a little bit, Meagan. She's not worried about it, but I don't want to smoke her out too much. When I smudged my entire apartment a week or so ago, made somebody nauseous. I didn't mean to. Okay. Oh, it's all right. Okay. So, all right. So stay right there. I'm gonna go get a lighter. I prefer it around my neck because I feel like having my hair loose today. Meagan, did you want to get up, boo? Yeah? All right. I'm going to smudge a little bit, so it's probably better, okay? All right, love. Just have you know, dogs understand everything. It's not like they understand a little bit. No, they get it. They comprehend, and especially when you have a really close relationship like I have with my dogs, I'm not going to say I always understand because sometimes I'm a human and sometimes I miss something. I miss a cue. Doesn't mean I always fully understand another human either. So, but I really just love the relationship that I have with my dogs, and I mean, Paws is just the cutest. Oh my God, he's so smart and adorable and big, strong boy that he is. Megan's my soul dog, and she was an adult when I adopted her. She was 7 years old. That was about 7 years ago, and so we were really tight. And so we communicate all the time. It's amazing. It's really amazing to me, especially since one of my dreams, as from a childhood, when I would watch Mr. Ed, the talking horse, and Dr. Doolittle, right, who talks to the animals, and Snow White with all the animals, and they would make her gowns and stuff, and that was just like my dream. So, well, I'm not drawn specifically at this point, anyway, to work as an animal communicator, though I know an amazing one. If you're drawn, let me know. Um, but I just think it's incredible because I can do it, and it's so easy. It seems like, can't everybody, like, it's just, no, it's very natural. I think most people can, if they just stop limiting their beliefs, thinking that dogs or cats or squirrels are any less intelligent than we are, and that they're, just because they don't have spoken language in the way that we have spoken language, that they're any less significant as a being. They're not, or less intelligent. They're not. Humans are so judgy. humans. All right. I love humans. I do. But we have a tendency to think we know better than all the other species on the planet, you know? And I don't see it that way now. Okay. Oh, this is good. I bought this locally, actually. Supported a local shop. She has cool stuff in there too, but I'll stop talking and smudge. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I'm just clearing away all energy, anything unwanted, and anything, any cords or anything that doesn't belong. Just relax. I don't know what am I saying? What's my intention? Set an intention here, see? Clarify. My intention is to clear away any energy and to remove any cords or energy from anybody else that I've read for, or anything that else I've been doing today, or whatever, so that I can connect only to the one client that I'm about to read for right now, so that I'm specifically tuned into her energy and her spirit team, which is Julie Graham. And so I'm going to bring Julie up on the camera. Not on the camera, although we could do that too, now that I think about it. I don't know why I don't do that. I could do that, guys. You know that? I could literally bring you. Would anybody ever be interested in that? Let me just ask. Would anybody ever want to do a live reading, like with me on camera, instead of just in the comments, just like to hang out with me? Because if you want to do that, we can do that. I mean, I would just send a link and you would click on the link and then you'd be right here in the broadcast with me. So if that resonates with somebody, let me know. We could try it tonight if you want to. So let me know. And Sandy says, and yeah, you know what? I'm gonna not respond to Sandy right now. I'm gonna stay with Julie because that's what we're doing. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, that's something that I'm glad that just happened, because I like that about myself, and I love that that other people can learn that just because you're in the momentum of something doesn't mean you can't just stop. Because sometimes we get this momentum going, and then we're not aligned with what we're saying or doing at that moment, and we just have to stop. Okay, what is my intention? What am I doing right now? And then you just become present again, and in that presence, then you are aware. A lot of people, some people, whatever. I used to be concerned about what other people thought. Trust me, being a live streamer, you learn not to care. But it isn't just that. It's a lot of inner work. Because live streaming can either can do one of two things. Either it can probably make some people like, oh my God, everybody's looking at me, or you're like, hey, it's okay. I'm perfect the way I am. And that's what I'm here to show you, just to be real. And you do whatever you want, but I'm here to in my authenticity. As authentic as I can be. I don't try to do it. I'm myself. I bring you who I am at this moment. I don't try to be anybody else. I don't have, yeah, I am who I am. And I really want you to know that you can. And I feel like a lot of you already do. Most of you, in fact, just to be who you are. You don't want to be like me. You want to be like you. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be like, when I grew up, I thought I want to be like Jeannie and the Bionic Woman. And that's who I want. I want to be blonde. Yeah, I want to be blonde with straight hair. And I wanted to be a Jeannie and Bionic. I'm really strong. I am really strong. That part I did. But, and I am magical. Okay, so I did that too. I'm not blonde, but I didn't want it. But that's not something that would really work for me anyway. My point was actually supposed to be that I am who I want to be, but Spirit's chiming in with those other examples saying, but you create who you are. So I can authentically say that, yeah. Anyway, moving forward. We're moving right along. Sandra's like boundaries. Yes, absolutely. Lauren says, everybody wants to be a genie until they are confined by the lamp. Ooh, I wouldn't. Oof, I never even thought of that. Not once did I ever think of that. Good gosh, I wouldn't want that at all. I wouldn't want anybody to be a master either, right? Looking at it from the perspective of the TV show. But anyway, okay, we're going to. That was a good comment, though. That was interesting. Okay, one moment more smudging. I'm just going to be in my own space for a moment in silence. Ooh, this burns well. I'm clearing your energy too, guys. Whoever wants it. Okay, move this over here. I'm very careful with anything with fire. I want to make sure it's out. Boop. I think it's out. Ow, it's burning my finger. Ow, that was a terrible idea. Oh well. Actually, it was an idea. What? Oh, okay. That's so funny. Somebody messaged me, and I'm like, "What? Wait a minute. Did I mute myself again? No. Okay. Oh. Okay. Live and learn. Man, but it's funny because this is the second bundle of sage I've bought. I know it sounds weird, but they last a very long time for me. And the first one, I just thought all sage was a big struggle, and that it didn't burn easily. And this one, well, the end of the other one burned easily. So this one is like, you can't even, doesn't even want to go out. It burns so perfectly. Okay, we got this figured out. It's out now. Two entirely different realities. My reality 5 years ago or 4 years ago was that sage doesn't burn, well. It takes a long time. You have to keep relighting it. And then my reality changed, and so did the sage. Because we can change timelines, which is again about, you could do something. Oh, a frozen bag of peas. I do have that, actually. I'm going to grab hang on there, Brussels sprouts. I'll be right back, and then we'll start the readings. I have Brussels sprouts, but this was easier. This little, yeah. I mean, I'm tough. You know what I'm saying? But if I can cool it down, then that's less of an issue later. So, okay. Oh, they're so strong today. I love it. Calling in my spirit guides. My beautiful spirit team. I'm calling in the angels and the archangels. My guardian angel. I'm also calling in the spirit team of Julie Graham and her guardian angels to be with her. I am calling in the ascended masters, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Kuan Yin. I'm calling in my beautiful, benevolent, galactic family. And I'm calling in source energy, and I'm expanding my energy out. It's beautiful love energy expanding from my heart chakra. connecting with all my team. I'm asking my team to connect with yours. I'm also asking Spirit that when it's for our greatest and highest good, that I connect directly to my client as well. So that I read, as I always do, mediumistically and also directly, whichever serves my client's greatest and highest good, and of course my own and that of the whole consciousness collective. But specifically right now, this is for Julie Graham, and I ask that you bring her through a reading of the greatest goodness. Show her her highest timeline or whatever it is that you want to share with her right now. Okay. That felt a little like a prayer. Prayer, intention, ritual. It's all about the intention. It's all about the intention. Yeah. Julie Graham. Okay, I've got Julie Graham, Haley Graham, and Heather Graham. Back to back Grahams. Okay. Alrighty. If anybody else wants a reading after Heather, you just donate using the links in the comments that are pinned, and then just comment as to where you donated, and I will look you up after. But right now, my attention and focus is specifically on Julie. Hang on, I'm looking for my other cards too. Oh, those two. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So I get my Divine Dog Wisdom cards. I've got these Sacred Traveler. I have my Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell. Trust the niggle. It's the first time I'd ever heard that word. When I saw that card, I'm like, that's a funny word. But then it kept resonating with me. I'm like, oh yeah, it's that feeling. It's that little niggling feeling. And funny, because after I heard the word, then I heard it all over the place. Before that, I'd never heard it at all. All right. All right, let me clear some stuff off my desk. I've got too much going on here. Although I'm really grateful for the suggestion to put something on my finger. That was silly of me to do that. That's all right. Oh, I take it back. I'm not silly. There's a reason. I'm learning something from this. Yeah, don't put your finger on a lit flame. All right. I'm just making myself some space here. Yeah. You have really beautiful and really sweet energy, Julie. I'm drawn. They keep showing me my pendulum. Is it nearby? Let me just try this. That's something that that Spirit shows me, and you can try this too. This is something over the years we've worked out. If I want to find something, I just let them know what it is that I want to find, and they'll show me in my mind's eye where it is. I just have to be open to receive the information. They showed me it was in that drawer. Okay. I'm drawn first to go to the Work Your Light Oracle cards, Julie. It's funny. As I say that, the first card that's coming up for you is Surrender, Let It Go. Okay. This is going to be about a release. Oh, you never know. Let's find out what it's actually going to be about as it unfolds. The next card. You know what? I normally don't read inverted cards, but I'm drawn to do that right now. So this is the Align Your Life card. And it says, what is not aligned or needs to change? The fact that it's inverted, I feel they're saying that you've been working on yourself. Now but interestingly, there's still more. I feel like you've been working on yourself and you've been doing the work, I call it the work, but You've been making the changes. You're awakening. You're aware. You're evolving, and you're evolving, and you're being more intentional than ever. And there's still more that you need to let go, because they're being very clear about this. There's no doubt about it. Saying surrender and let it go, and what is not aligned or needs to change. So they're showing you that you've done the work, you've done work, but to keep it up, because there's more you've got that you're. I don't want to say the word got to or need to. If I do use those words, just always remember to take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, because the word of a reader, any reader, even me, is not the word for, what I'm saying, is not the last word in all of creation for you. You create your own reality no matter what. I bring through what I bring through for your greatest and highest good. And if something doesn't resonate, or a word that I use, sometimes I'll say a word that doesn't resonate with me, like the word you need to, but sometimes that's how it comes out. And so I'll just share that with you. Don't ever let anybody tell you how to live your life. Trust your instincts, Julie. Trust your intuition. I feel like you got it. They're showing me. I feel like I got a lot of people telling you how to do it their way, how to do it, and trying to inspire you, or trying to convince you that your way is their way, or that their way is your way, because it's the only way. There are I feel like the people around. Let me know if that resonates at all. There's people around you. Obviously, you have a lot of awake family members too, but there are others around you that I definitely feel are not really on the same path as you are at this moment, and you're they're using the word acquiescing. I have to look that up. I'm not really sure. Trixie, honey, not right now, babe. This is not the time. Trixie, she goes, it's divine time. What are you saying, Mom? All right, then let me just. What does that mean? Hello, Facebook user. Tell me who you are so I can say hello to you personally. Let me see if I can see you over here. 1 second. Oh, Paws is dreaming and barking in his sleep. He's so precious. Okay. What does acquiesce mean? Okay, they're showing me in different words, so I don't take the time to Google that. Agreeable. Agreeing to. You sometimes agree to things, and Julie's saying, yes, very true, I understand. Okay. So that it's a lot of times that you'll agree to things and to see it another way. But if you stop but something inside you, the niggle that we talked about, where'd that card go? Oh, I shuffled it. The niggle, you'll feel that, and you're like, doesn't quite feel right. But listen, the path of least resistance, as Abraham talks about, is according to Abraham, always the best way. You don't want to push against. But I feel like I'm combining two different teachings at the same time, because knowing that, like, okay, let's say you're going out to lunch with somebody, right? And they're like, I'm going to have the potato soup. That's like a homage to Kimmy, who made this amazing potato soup yesterday. All right, and they're going to have the potato soup. What are you having? And they're like, you want the potato soup too? And you're like, yeah, all right. But in the meantime, you say they have mushroom, and you really would like to have mushroom soup. But your friend's having potato, and she already said you want potato, and so you already said yes. And you know what? If you want mushroom, get mushroom soup. And this is just like a very basic lesson, but it's when you start with the really small things, and you start setting your boundaries and speaking your truth, and they're talking about pulling up your authenticity from your lower chakras, that your authenticity they're just showing me that to draw it up from the base of your root chakra way up into your crown. They really want you to pull up that energy, pull up your authenticity, kind of like pulling up a pair of pants, but it's not, but it's internal. And it's fascinating the way they're showing it to me, and I can feel the energy as they're literally pulling it all the way up within you. Bring up your authenticity, and look at, what do I like to eat? What do I and the fact that these little small things, when people get used to saying yes when you mean no, like with a boyfriend or something like that, you just say yes, yes, whatever, yes, and with your parents, yes, 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 teachers, yes, 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 right? And then you don't really know who you are, and you don't even realize that you might be saying yes to something and it's not authentic until you are. And then once you're aware and you start being aware and placing your awareness on your body. Like if I say, I want to go play in traffic, whatever. I don't know. That's silly. But anyway, you know what I mean. I'm looking for an extreme example, unrealistic. I want to go play in traffic. How does that feel to me? So I'm tuning into that authentically, and it feels very uncomfortable for me. My heart chakra is like, that's a terrible idea. And then my solar plexus, it doesn't resonate with me. So, if you need to start with an extreme example, start with an extreme example, and then when you start doing subtle things, like when I started, I had gotten out of an 8-year abusive situationship, which was just one of a few of several that I'd had throughout my life. And so when I started my new life over, I was asking myself, and I don't really think you're here, but I really feel drawn to share my own experience, and so it helps you to understand what I'm saying. I was asking myself, what colors do I like? What kind of shirts do I like? What food do I like to eat? For me, I had been in a relationship with more than one person who told me what I liked, and what to eat or what not to eat or whatever. And I'm like, okay, 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 you know. And that wound up manifesting in sickness for me. So because I kept saying yes when I meant no. So you want to really pay attention to your authenticity, and that doesn't mean you have to argue or push against or anything like that. It just means if you like the color blue, you wear blue. If you prefer mushroom soup and potato soup, then order that. You know, and if anybody doesn't appreciate you being yourself because they really want you to be more like them, that's not about you. That's about them. That's on them. You know what I mean? So it'll take practice. It'll take a while. It may take a while. You might do it overnight. Honestly, I shouldn't say it's going to take a while because you could like totally shift your whole reality, with a thought. So or a new belief. I have one more card for you, my dear. Narrow pathway. Interesting. They're saying tread thoughtfully. They're showing me new horizons for you. I feel like the like it's so interesting. I really feel kind of like this reading is a mini version of the Kakani soul rejuvenation journey. Because they're telling you to release this and then to heal and then to use your intuition. Or do you want to do some of that? No, they said keep going. They're doing the. I'm gonna actually quiet my mind just for a moment just to send you for some healing, if I may. And if you don't want that, then you just let spirit know that you don't want it. But if you do, just say I accept. And give me one moment. What they want to send you is love, unconditional love. I feel like like many of us, you've had enough conditional love. And I do feel like you definitely have some beautiful family that definitely, as you know, surrounding you right now, that do send you unconditional love. But they want to share that with you for you to feel for yourself your unconditional love of self. Know thyself. That's what they're saying. Know thyself. Oops, is that a card? No, it's not a card. It's this thing. Ice pack, it's called. Okay. Hello, Chevy. My whole furry family's here. Okay. No, no, not right now, baby. Not right now. Later, 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 later. I'll give you treats later. Yeah, I will. Okay. Yeah, they're giving you a high vibrational. Ow! Chevy! Dude! Ow. Thank you for sharing, Jackie. Thank you very much, dear. Thank you. Okay. All right. Excellent. So they spirit sent you healing energy. They also said that they did like a little rattle, like shaking loose any beliefs that you may be ready to release. Of course, it's always up to you. Because you know what? Let me share something about limiting beliefs. So let's say a belief is a limiting belief. What is a limiting belief? A belief that holds you back from getting to your next step. But just because it's limiting down doesn't mean that it was before. Maybe before it was exactly what you needed. Okay, I read a beautiful post by this woman today. Who was saying her whole life she had an incident in water as a small child, and her whole life she did not go swimming, not in the pool, not in the ocean, nothing. And she lives in an area, oh, you're so welcome, Julie, you're so welcome. And she lives in an area that's very much water, a lot of swimming and things like that, and she was not using it. I'm maintaining her anonymity. So, and then that she held that belief all along, and then she woke up the other morning and she's like, that's just not part of my story anymore. I've been telling myself that my whole life and hanging on to that belief that I can't go in the water because I'm scared or whatever, or there's danger there. She's like, that's not my story now. And she went swimming. And now that's what she does. She really enjoys going swimming. She hadn't been swimming in her since she was a child. And then she went swimming like it was great. No big deal at all. You know what I mean? Because it's important that we understand that a belief isn't bad or good. It's just a belief. It's just that we can be judging it really doesn't serve us. But when spirit calls it limiting, they mean that it's limiting you now because you're ready to transcend it. Like from all those years, that belief about being scared of the water served her to learn lots and lots of lessons in this earth plane. But once you learn all the lessons, then you don't need the belief anymore. Like if you've, like myself, had a lot of abusive relationships and controlling relationships, and I had one after another, because that's what I attracted. I wasn't aware of my beliefs at the time. I wasn't awake yet. Not like I am now. But I kept creating the same reality for myself with different people. Hello, Alexis. Nice to see you. And then once I realized that this was a belief and that I was attracting these people and then I had to shift and change and do the work, whatever. Once I realized, then I was able to let that go. And I'm not, for me, it was a process. Like this, like my friend, she went to sleep, she woke up, there was no more belief. For me, this thing was a process, and it's been evolving over several years, and that's great. We're working. That's working for me. So, but I don't. In the very beginning, I was still attracting some people like on the periphery, that were kind of like, you know, controlling. And I wasn't really sure yet. Is that controlling, or is that person they like me as a person or whatever? And well, once you know, you know. But the thing is to really trust your instinct, trust your intuition, trust. And then once you get to know, the better you get to know what your intuition feels like, as opposed to a thought, you're going to really shift your whole life. The more you get to know your authentic self, you're going to love her. Like you've never loved anybody. You're going to love yourself more than, and that's great, because when you love yourself, you're loving everybody. And when you love yourself, you're attracting other people who love themselves. And by loving yourself and other people, you're raising the vibration of the planet and all consciousness on it. So it's as Abraham Hicks will say, and that hurt my finger. Ouch. Now I'm a big baby about it. But you know what? That's a judgment. I'm not judging myself. I'm not being a baby. I'm just saying, ouch. And then I will heal this. Physician, heal thyself. As Abraham says, Abraham, what do you say? One person in alignment is more powerful than millions who are not. And on that note, I will say thank you so much, Julie Graham, for your generous donation and for allowing me to read for you today. So, next up is Haley Graham. Got the whole world in my hands. Okay. Haley, my dear, you are next. Anybody, if you want a reading today, it's a $25 donation for readings today. You get a full live psychic reading. And you can use PayPal. You can use Cashapp. You can use Facebook Pay, whatever you like. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here on Facebook and on YouTube. You are all awesome. I appreciate you infinitely. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would like to invite you to do that. And if you haven't joined our group on Facebook, High Vibrational Mastery, the group, I invite you to do that. Maybe somebody would be so kind as to pop that in the comments. Abraham says, I cannot tell a lie. Okay. I thought that was Lincoln. Oh, I'm thinking of the presidents. You mean Abraham Hicks? Well, good to see you, Lauren. Good to see you. I love it. And Julie says, yes, thank you very much. It is my pleasure and my honor. And Jackie says, I just love your energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I want you guys to know something. Whether or not you're getting a personal reading today or not, there's a message for you. If you're drawn to watch this now live or on the replay, there is a message here for you. And so take what resonates with you. Even if the reading is specifically for somebody else, there's always a message for you if you're drawn to watch any of my live streams. Maybe you watch this and you're like, gee, I feel like watching the one from last week, the one from 2 weeks ago. Do that because you'll see. You'll see there'll be something, or if it's somebody else's live stream or video, the same kind of it's the same thing. If you're drawn to watch something, be open. Be open. It is Abraham Lincoln. Good. That's what I'm saying. Be open for the message, because if you're drawn, like you're that niggle, that intuition to watch something, there's a reason. There's a reason. There's going to be something there for you. So sometimes I'll be drawn to watch a movie and I'm like, what does that movie have to do with anything? Is that even a movie I'm going to like? But Spirit really, like, I really didn't have to watch that movie because nothing else looks good. Only that is appealing to me, even though maybe for some reason doesn't feel like exciting. And then I'm watching it and something will be like some kind of amazing synchronicity. Like, I don't know. I can't think of like somebody's name or a situation or a phone number, just something, not a phone number. That's usually 555, but like my dad's number 717, like literally that was in a movie one day. I was drawn to watch this movie and it wasn't my usual. I don't really have a usual kind of movie, I guess. These days, I just kind of like movies that make you feel good, but sometimes it bores me. I'll admit, because I used to watch, suspense and thrillers and psychological thrillers. And, now I watched horror when I was young. That doesn't appeal to me at all. Every now and then I would also watch like a psychological thriller, as long as it's not like gruesome or too, but sometimes you don't know until you're actually involved in watching it. So for the most part, unless I'm really drawn to my inner Scorpio, which is my rising sign, I'm leaning toward. I watched Encanto last night on Disney Plus. What a great movie. I loved it so much. And then I watched Enchanted, which was also very lovely, also on Disney Plus. So for me, if I watch a movie and I'm smiling and then I feel good when I'm done watching it, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. And sometimes if I feel like watching something about a murder or whatever, well, then I will. I don't usually do that now. but, but if I wanted to, I have watched Agatha Christie, like that kind of murder thing where it's like they don't show anything. Or the person, like an old movie where the person's just laying there on the ground and then you see the gun and you see the body, but there's no blood or gore or anything like that. You just, it's implied that they were shot or something. So anyway, I feel like sharing that for whatever reason. I don't know. And Heather says, that was me. Watch horror as a child. I moved from it, the energy. I do still watch the occasional psychological thriller. I understand. When I was a teen and then we used to go to the video stores, I had watched the entire horror section, including Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I'd seen everything. There was nothing new for me to see, and I was bored with that. And I don't know why. But that was interesting to me back then. That was exciting. That was before I lived life, and life can be really horrible. You know what? I don't need that stuff to excite me anymore. Seriously. For me, that's what it was, I think. I hadn't lived any excitement yet. I mean, I guess I had, but I didn't think I did. Oh, Murder, She Wrote. See, I like that too. Yeah, Lauren, absolutely. Murder, She Wrote. Oh, my mom used to love Murder, She Wrote. And back then, I didn't like it yet. It was too boring for me. I was still watching like Dexter. I'm not saying I don't like Dexter. I even watched this. But I watched the whole thing, the whole X amount of years. Dexter is a serial killer, but he kills the bad guys, whatever. For me, that was fun back then. For me, it's not fun anymore. I did watch the new one because it was just one episode and it was like 10 years later and I wanted to see what happened to the character. but I don't want to see any murders or anything like that. So, but how we get off on that? Okay, Haley, you're next, my dear. She says they never show anything. That's correct. They don't. They don't. And I think that's why my mom liked it. And my mom was, I didn't realize that's what she was doing. She was watching, well, also the older movies and stuff made her feel at home because she was comfortable with that time period. But yeah, things that weren't scary and gory. She didn't like that. Back then I did. Isn't that crazy? But now I appreciate what she appreciated differently. And all right, I'm looking for Haley. Just say I'm here, dear. Say I'm here because you are up. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy is for sale. Ah, there you are. Okay. I don't know why I just sang that, but it's going to resonate with somebody. Okay. Haley, let me. Oh, really? We have one of those. All right. One moment. Got to report somebody. We had some spam there. I just blocked them, so they should be gone. Okay. Ouchie. Blister. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to heal this. And I'm going to see how quickly that heals. I mean, not right this very second, but I'm going to. Right now, I'm using the ice pack, but I'm going to heal this with energy healing and see how quickly I can heal my finger. That feels good too. The selenite. All right, so I'm going to clear my energy. Haley Graham, your energy feels new to me. You feel young, youthful, beautiful, youthful energy. I'm using this instead of sage, which is something I do more often, and it's definitely easier on the fingers. Selenite. To remove any cords, any connections from myself and the last person that I read for, or anybody I've spoken to and chatted with. Oops, don't break it. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Okay. When you're removing cords and things like that, you're also clearing, if you intend to, clearing thoughts. And I need to share this with you guys. So when you want to send back people's energy, this is how I do it. I intentionally send back people's energy with love and light. Cleansed and cleared, by the way. Cleansed and cleared with love and light. And this is anybody. Regardless of what whether I think they're the best person in the world or somebody I'd rather not chat with, doesn't matter. I send back their energy cleansed and cleared. And then I pull my energy back. This could be somebody I thought about, somebody I saw in the grocery store, somebody that thought about me while I'm walking my dog, whatever, right? And I'm cleansing and clearing. I'm visualizing a filter. The filter looks like, for me, it looks like whole white light, source energy, whole white light. And I'm drawing back my own energy back to my own body from all these different places, and it's all cleansed and cleared. If you've been feeling tired or drained, I really recommend that you try this. It's huge. It's huge. When you call back, when you release other people's energy and you send it back to them, cleansed and cleared, and you pull back your own energy, then you're like, oh yeah, I feel good. If those of you who are sensitive, which probably all of you who are watching this live stream, you'll feel it. To what degree, I don't know, but you'll feel the difference. And then the more you tune in and start feeling energy, which we're going to work on too. If not tonight, we'll start doing some of that soon. Might even do a class, but we'll talk about that at another time. Right now, first card for Haley. It is upside down. What is it? Kimmy says, thank you for the reminder. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. A lot of times I remember these things And then I talk to like you privately, Kimmy, because we're very, very close. And so I'll just, I'll share with you, and then I don't share it out loud. And so I'm glad I'm reminding myself to, Spirit's reminding me to share it with everybody too. You know what I mean? Seriously, if Kimmy and I went through our private conversations, we could write a book, a spiritual book. But we've talked about sharing more things with you, and that's on the horizon. All right, Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. I feel so it's upside, it's inverted. I feel like you might be a little skeptical about magic. Like you want to believe it's real, but you're like, but you know, they're saying the word cynical, like a little bit cynical. I'm just going to share what they're saying, what they're sharing, because I don't really understand it. So say it again, please. They're saying, is that right? Trust what you believe in and it'll all come easy. Can you elaborate on that, Spirit? Because it's confusing to me. They're saying you'll understand. Yeah, but what she believes in? They're saying align with what you believe in or believe in what you're aligned with. When you have a wobble in your vibration, then you're kind of like, well, I believe this, but I don't really believe that. So you're neither here nor there. And so you're not in alignment. I feel like if you want to, I think what they're saying, and you can take it any way that you can, the message came right from Spirit. I'm interpreting it. Um, intuitively, but if you feel it means something different, then go with that. But what they're showing me is, hang on, I stopped. I'm sorry, Spirit, sometimes I rattle too much. I shouldn't say that. Okay, and then I shouldn't say the word shouldn't. I just caught myself humaning again. Hmm, fine. They actually just reminded me that was like a derogatory use of the word human. And we are this beautiful being called human. We are divine by our very nature. So if I'm humaning, that's a good thing. And doing something that I might judge as myself as silly or maybe nonsensical or whatever it is, well, even if it's something that I would prefer to have done differently, it's to Spirit, it's just as divine. We can do no wrong according to Spirit, just so you know. And we are spirit. So as humans, we're here with this filter. This has to do with you, Haley, or it wouldn't be coming through. It's going to resonate with others too. We come here with a filter, and the filter makes us forget who we really are, what we really are, that we are infinite beings of light, that we're extensions of source energy, that we are all connected, that we're all consciousness, and that these bodies are physical vessels that we wear, like a suit, like a costume in a play. It's this, in this life, I've got curly hair, and my name is Meagan Michael, and I'm this tall or whatever, and I was born in New York. Those kind of things. These are all part of the character, and we each have our own being, and we are each perfect just the way we are. So we don't want to be like other people. And they're bringing me back to the magic thing, and they're saying that you do believe in magic. You're just conflicted about it, and that's okay. And that's okay. But I feel like that belief, if you align with whichever belief it is, because they're not saying you have to believe either way, or you should, because that's totally up to you. But whichever one you're feeling, learn learn to feel which one feels like your truth. What feels like your truth, Haley? Like if I say the words, I believe in magic, and then I sit with that and I feel where it is in my body. This is an exercise, and I invite you all to try if you're drawn. So you could say anything, but I'm just using this right now because that's what Spirit's inspiring me to say is magic. So try it. I believe in magic. And then just be quiet for a moment and just be present within yourself and see how you feel. Some of you might be doing this for the first time. and you're not used to tuning into how you feel. But the more you tune into how you feel, you'll start to become aware of subtle changes. So when I say I believe in magic, I feel my energy flowing right through me. There's no, it doesn't get stopped anywhere. It's just flowing. I do believe in magic. And I can say that confidently and it flows through me. So let's say, now, if I said I don't believe in magic, I tune into my body again. And for me, because I do this a lot, it's very obvious to me. I feel it right here. The energy kind of like stops, like not stops, but kind of gets stuck right there. So I believe in magic. And then it moves again. So I invite you guys to practice this. You can say, I like pea soup. I don't like pea soup. Try it on different. I like this boy or this whatever, this girl. I don't like this boy. I don't know. I like this color. I like this crystal, or I don't like this crystal. See how it feels in your body. You can look this. You can also do the same thing with the pendulum. But I want to invite you to tune into your own body, because you are your own pendulum. You're your own dowsing tool. Everything is within you. These are all wonderful tools. I almost picked up the ice pack. These are all wonderful, amazing tools that I love, and they're great and they're fun. But do we need them? No, we don't need them. We have everything we need. Our emotions are our internal guidance system. And the more that we meditate, quiet our minds. A lot of us do, like I study transmediumship as well. I do advanced transmediumship and blend with spirit often. And the more we quiet our minds, meditation is really key. Doing things that you love and just being aware, being mindful. So that's what they're bringing you back to, Haley, being mindful, just being aware, being present in your moment, in your now moment, and feeling inside of yourself. How do I feel right now? Let's say a friend asks you to go to the store, I don't know, or somebody asks you on a date. I don't know if you're married or not, but I'm feeling the word date. All right. Well, see how it feels to you. I invite you guys, and this goes for all of you too. I invite you. Yes, Jackie, we are what we create. Exactly. I invite you to pause before saying yes or no to somebody about anything. And if you're not sure, you can always say, you know what, let me get back to you on that. I do feel like you're very, hi, Chad, welcome. I feel like you are direct. I feel like you're very direct. You're very smart. I feel like you've always been very smart, very intelligent. Because very, very interesting. Makes sense. You're very cerebral. I feel like you're very cerebral. You're definitely a thinker. I forget which side of the brain. Which side of the brain is the one that's more creative, and which side is the one that's more analytical? I feel like you're very analytical, but at the same time, you also are a creative soul. And so you've got a lot of both, and balancing that can be like, I believe, I don't believe. What do I believe? They're really inviting you to ask yourself what you believe. And this is the crumbling. Okay, so they're saying, what are you clinging to? I don't know if you're familiar with like a. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. Left is analytical, right is creative. Thank you. Is that right? That's why I don't remember it, because it never feels right to me. But thank you for that. She goes, oh yeah, very creative. Yeah, I definitely feel that. They're saying you're an artist. What kind of art do you do? Julie's saying so accurate. Thank you. They're showing me the crumbling card for you. Oops, Haley. Are you all sisters or cousins? Two sisters and a cousin? I'm trying to figure out. I'm just curious. You don't have to even tell me, but I'm just saying. She goes, yes, I am. I love it. I guess I am. I do like a cartoonish art style. Ooh, that's awesome. Oh, Haley is your daughter. Oh, wow. See, you all have, and Julie and I are sisters. Well, I didn't catch the daughter thing because you all have very youthful energy. So that's super awesome. She goes, no, Julie is my mom and Heather's my aunt. I love it. Beautiful family. Thank you, Fred, for sharing. So, okay, so the crumbling is that they're asking you that's your mother knows you. Okay. So when Julie says it's so accurate, you're talking about your daughter, and I'm extra honored by the comment. Very valid. It's valid. I appreciate the validation as a reader, and an intuitive. The crumbling. What are you clinging to? So again, they're asking you to Get to know you. Get to know you. Right, because right now there's some stuff, some beliefs that you're clinging to that don't really resonate with you. And no matter how much you love your family, there might be a belief that you're holding on to, which is somebody else's absolute truth, and they've shared that with you, and you've assimilated that. I suddenly feel like I'm talking about the Borg. You've assimilated that. It's a Star Trek reference for those who are watching, but somebody knows that, or I wouldn't have said it. You've assimilated that into your own being, or absorbed it into your own being, but something may not resonate, and it could be as simple as I like this food, or I don't like this food. But they're pulling this card out, which just means that there's something. It's time for change. Changes are occurring within you, so it's time for you to release what no longer serves you and step into your now. Step into your me. Who are you? Who is Haley Graham? Who am I? What do I love? What am I passionate about? What excites me? You know, and that's all I have to say about that. Thank you, Spirit. And thank you very much, Haley. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that resonated with you, my dear. And I'm very honored, and I appreciate. All right. Next up is Heather Graham. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and type it in. And I'll let everybody know I have room for probably one more reading tonight. When I do full readings, this is as you can see, they are robust. They are robust. So I only do a certain amount of them. I don't ever do. I shouldn't say. I don't like ever. I don't like always and never. Those two words are very limiting. She goes, "Thank you. It definitely did. You're so welcome. You are so welcome." And Heather says, "Here." Okay, excellent. Yay. Thank you for sharing, Chetta. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, whoop. That card just fell. So, what was that message there? So if you're drawn to book a reading, if you're drawn to book a private reading with me or a private Kakani soul rejuvenation journey, feel free to inbox me. I would love to read for you privately. We do that one-on-one. We do an hour reading. We can do less, but honestly, I prefer to do an hour reading because that gives us enough time. I talked about that in the beginning. So anyway, but I can accommodate. So as long as it's in alignment with what I believe. And I watch myself there. I'm just becoming aware of what I'm saying. Anyway, if you want a reading right now, it's $25 donation. You can use PayPal, Cashapp, or Facebook Pay. Yeah. And I have room for probably one more. All right. Oops. All right. Heather Graham, the winner of the contest. Heather Graham, who named the Soul Journey Rejuvenation. I love that. I love the name. I love the whole thing together, but that's just so perfect. Oh, Soul Journey Rejuvenation. Because it is. Because it is. Because your soul is being rejuvenated. And this is your journey because you're on that train. You want to get on that train to move forward into your future, right? But you got all these bags and you're carrying them around. You're like, oh, I got these limiting beliefs that are so heavy and I can't get onto the train because I've got so much to carry and I can't get in the door. Too much baggage. And so Spirit's like, well, put it down. And if you can't do it yourself, we're here to help you. And sometimes, honestly, working with Spirit, and they want to help you. If those of you like Heather's going to have one of those, I'm excited to find out what you feel about it and how you enjoyed it when that's done. And if anybody else is drawn to receive one, feel free to inbox me. And I put flexible pricing on that for introductory pricing. I don't remember what it is right now, but it's on. But if you can inbox me, I'll let you know what I typed in. It was on my Facebook page. Flexible pricing. Spirit gave me. It means at this time for this particular service, it means that one of three prices. And any of them, I'm aligned with all of them. So whichever one resonates with you, that's the one that you would pay for this particular service at this particular time. This is the introductory pricing. And I love that. I love that because they make it available to everybody. But maybe that's my own limiting belief because the people that want it are going to get it no matter what. But either way, I love it. It feels good to me. And so that's what it is. All right. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Your whole family is creative. You're all creative. Heather, Haley, Julie, all of you. would love to, by the way, just to jump back for a moment, I'd love to see some of your cartoon artwork. Haley, if you're ever drawn to show me, I would love to see that. Because I like that style. Oh, I don't know what that's, it's everybody's different. But I mean, I've seen I like cartoon artwork. I've seen a lot of apps do it. And I'm just wondering if you do it, like draw it or paint it, or anyway, I'm really drawn to ask you. So I guess I really want to see it if you ever want to share, because you're definitely very talented and cool. Also, Spirit's been drawing me to, I don't know, I guess I want to use the word surround myself, or with more creative people. And because I feel like there's more high vibrational mastery projects. That's why they have me do the contest, right? And because this is where we're going. This is where we're going now in this new energy. We're becoming more connected to one another, and we're going to be sharing our gifts more. And so for high vibrational mastery, I do feel we're going to be, we're going to be utilizing, is that okay to say? Yeah, so good. Why not? Yeah, utilizing more of our, yeah, for sure, utilizing more of our own talents, and for each other, for ourselves, and for each other, and sharing, and co-creating, and I love that. I love that. It's exciting. Hello, Marissa. Welcome. She goes, it's good. Heather says, good anime. And Haley says, yeah, it's a mix of cartoonish anime, but I do both traditional art and digital. Super cool. Super, very cool. And Julie's saying you very talented. Awesome. I do digital art. I do not do, I should, you know what? If I say I don't do it, then I'm limiting myself right there. At the moment, I'm really happy with my digital art. And maybe one day I will allow myself to learn how to paint or sketch. I want to learn how to sketch. You know why? Because I see spirit. And if I could just sketch like a face to show, or even an idea of what I'm seeing, although that might be more involved. I don't know. If I could sketch something a little bit to be able to show somebody this is what I'm seeing, oh, that would be so nice. So I'm going to allow spirit to, to make that happen for me. Okay, let me quiet my mind for a moment. We've got next up Heather Graham. We got the family. We have the Graham family today. Beautiful Grahams. Do you have family reunions? Because I'm seeing like a picnic. I see a park. I see a lake. I see picnic. Let's see. It's funny. It's interesting because I've never, like I said, this is my first time reading for a family. 3 in a row, and it's fabulous. And I'm noticing that while there's a continuous thread, right? A familiar thread. I'm feeling this. There's a thread that runs through all of you, and yet you're all very individual, which of course makes sense. But I'm just saying, I'm reading the energy, and I want to share how interesting this is, because there's a thread that connects you all. There's no doubt about that. I feel it. I see it. And yet I can also see and feel the individuals that you are, that each one of you, you know what I'm saying? And I just love that. She goes, yes, get together for holidays and birthdays. That's what I'm feeling. They're saying some of you are closer than others. I mean, to me, that seems kind of general, because I think it's like that with all families. But anyway, that's what they just said about yours. That some are closer than others. Anything else about that? They're saying forgive and forget. She goes, it's true. Okay. And Julie says it's true. They're saying forgive and forget. There's some long held resentments. And I want to share. Renee says, hi, mommy. Hello. Hola. I haven't been called mommy ever before, except by my dogs and my cats. But I'm honored. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hello. And I'm really glad to see you on YouTube. Welcome. And okay, yeah. So they're saying forgive and forget, and this is for all of you. Okay, I know this is Heather's reading, but I'm just sharing that's for all of you because there's some tension. And then I feel like you guys who are close, you'll sometimes share. They're saying commiserate with each other's misery. Um, meaning, which I know, I guess you know what that means, but like to be clear, like you'll say, well, so and so did this or said this, and I feel this way, and then you'll be like, oh, that happened to me. He did that, or she, or whatever. I kind of feel like it's a he did that to me, and so and right. Well, you know what? Why don't you just call me C because I'm more comfortable with that. As much as I appreciate the I'd rather be called C. Thank you. Or Megan, Seer Megan. I prefer that. The mommy thing is throwing me off a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't resonate. But thank you. Okay. Um I feel like it's a term of affection and we don't know each other kind of thing. I don't know. Whatever it is, it is. I don't have to explain myself. That's just what it is. Okay. So that's let me hang on. Okay. So they're showing me like the game telephone kind of. Oh, I know you didn't just tell me to chill. Okay. I put them in a timeout. Are you kidding? That person did not just tell me to chill. I do not think so. And you know what? The truth is, I did get kind of twisted over it just now. So my energy was a little and so their energy was too. But I decided it didn't resonate with me. And so I removed them from the live stream. Okay. Anyway, remember, we mirror. Okay, so that's another gift card for I thought it was for Heather, but it looks like it's for me. Who or what is triggering you? Jackie says some people. I feel like that. I don't know. I don't know. It didn't feel the energy didn't feel right to me from the beginning, which is kind of what threw me. And I was wanting to be nice and polite, but yeah, okay. Um, but see, that's interesting because I'm remaining authentic, or I'm doing my best to remain authentic, even while live, which sometimes looks like it just did, which is like weird or whatever. I don't even know. But you know, that's what it was. That was me figuring out that I wasn't comfortable and stating my truth you know, and then not allowing anyone to disrespect me. And I felt someone telling me to chill was just that. And so, yeah, yeah. So there. Okay. So who or what is triggering you? Okay. I accept this as my own lesson. And I can think about that more later, but I'm pleased with myself. All right, let me clear my energy once again and get back to Heather. Because this is it's kind of honestly, because it's kind of like a family reading too, but I want to specifically make sure I read for every one of you to get us individually and also together. Okay, Spirit really wants me to talk about this though. Okay, so we really are. This is for Heather, so it's for all of you, but it is for Heather. So because you're very compassionate, Heather, you're let me get the right person on the screen. Sorry, you're very compassionate. No disrespect, Jackie. I love you too. So you're very compassionate and you're very caring and you're very easy to talk to. You really are an amazing empath. You're extremely empathetic. And so it's so easy for people to talk to you and to unburden themselves because you're such a good listener. But you also take on their emotions and you take on their feelings. And so a lot of times that will, and believe me, I did this for a long time. I still find myself having to become aware, not to jump in when somebody will say, oh, this person did that or whatever, and maybe I experienced something similar in my own life, and instead of saying, yeah, that something happened to me too, like that, if it's not a good feeling, I invite you not to uh what's the word you're looking for, engage as enthusiastically in that energy exchange if the conversation is making you all feel uncomfortable. Or maybe you're because you're such a good listening ear, right? So you got such a good listening ear that people want to like talk to you about things. Some people talk to you about things, okay, and it's like a and there it's like this isn't the family thing. This is a Heather thing. I'm just saying you have some friends, whatever. Some people that will talk to you about things, and they have a problem for every solution. So they just want to be vent. They just want to vent, and you're easy to vent to. You allow that, but you don't have to. You can if you want to, but just be aware of how you feel. Do you feel really drained afterward? Are you like exhausted? Does it shift your mood because somebody else is in a bad mood and you were a listening ear for them, wanting to be a good friend or a good cousin or something? And then later on, you're like, oh man, and then you're feeling bad. And so, and that's it's perpetuating the energy. It's a downward spiral. They're saying it's a downward spiral. Oh, they're saying this is something will help you release. That's interesting. I feel like that's a preview. She goes, yes, yeah, that happened a lot. That's happened a lot. Wow, that she goes, yeah, LOL, that's happened. Yeah, yeah. I feel like you're very compassionate and you're very caring and you want to help people and you want to kind of help everybody or a lot of people. And but I feel like until we know that listening to someone complain for hours isn't really helping them, until we know we learn that and we under and we make, if that's our truth, if that's not our truth, that's not your truth, it's not your truth. But for me, it is my truth now. And that is, it takes a lot of shifting, especially if you love these people and you care about them, and they might be shocked if you don't want to listen to somebody complain for hours on end. It's but it's okay, because and Abraham talks about this, and I learned this from Abraham because I thought, how do I do this? I don't want to, like, certain some people I really love and value as friends, and I, just because they're going through something doesn't mean I don't want to not talk to them anymore. But at the same time, like if someone's might be going through just extraneous example. Is that even the word? I don't know if I use the right word correctly, but anyway, example, not related to you, just an example. For example, somebody's going through a divorce, a big hairy divorce, a lot of drama going on, and they're going through this for several years, right? And they just want to keep complaining. Again, this isn't specifically for you. It's kind of like happened to me, but I want to share the example. So and you love this person and you care, and they're not doing anything intentionally to upset you. They're just venting. But no matter what you say, let me see. She's like, I do want to draw back from that. And some family, especially when it's constantly negative and draining. There you go. I don't even have to continue with the analogy because you totally get it. Yeah, you totally get it. Because that's you know, and that's no disrespect or judgment to them. At least not, certainly not from me. But you can hold space at a distance from people, and then see how you feel later on. You can revisit, and when they raise their vibrate, if you're living a higher vibrational life, then and they fall away for the moment, or maybe forever if that's your choice, right? But they fall away. They might raise their vibration, and then you'll find out. You might be drawn to hang out with them again or talk to them again. Some people that are intentionally negative, they may never change, and but there's other people that are going through something. Maybe they're going through a situation. Like the example with the divorce. It's a good person, or that's even saying a good person. That's judgment too. But a person who, in my opinion, is normally an awesome person, and not intentionally negative at all, became very negative over in this hairy situation. God, I did that myself when I went through my stuff. I wouldn't have wanted to be my friend at that time. The poor people had to listen to me, and some of them and unfriended me back then because you know what? I'm using me as an example because that's what's coming up. So I remember this one friend stopped being friends with me because I was still in the relationship with in the situationship with this person. I wasn't leaving them, but I was complaining about it all the time. And that's exhausting, and it's draining, and it's pointless. And I found a problem for every solution. And you know what? When you do that and then you realize you're doing that, when you wake up and you realize, oh, other people do that. Wait a minute. I did that, or I'm doing that. Oh, that's like a energetic slap in the face. But you know what? These are big shifts. She goes, learning to accept this. Yeah. These are big dramatic shifts that we can make. And with no judgment for ourselves. I'm just looking to see what that does. Okay. With no judgment for ourselves. It's or them. Or them. But I love that that's important. You must. I don't generally use the word protect, so I won't, because for me, the word protect in what's the word I'm looking for? Invokes something to protect yourself from. So if I'm saying I need to protect myself, well, that means there's something I feel like I need to protect myself from. So for me, that word I don't usually use. So I'm going to say strengthen or enforce your energy, your boundaries, which I definitely know that you're working on. I feel it. And they're saying they're going to help you enforce. They're going to help you um, enforce these as a force field, kind of energetically. They're saying energetically they're going to help you to strengthen this energetic boundary around yourself. Yeah, the card that's coming up for you is birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. You are a star being. You're an extremely sensitive, beautiful star being. You have a lot of off-planet lives. Being human is a challenge to, I'd say, to most people, but especially to people as sensitive as you. And you're doing a great job. You're absolutely doing a great job. Two more cards came up for you. Let's see what they are. Wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Okay, it was inverted. So, and today we're doing inverted cards because I said so, and that's why. Hello, Jylin. Hello, hello, welcome. Enjoy the. So I feel like like you might judge your journey more than enjoying it sometimes, or you. She goes, definitely felt the human challenge growing up. Yeah, yeah, and then there's things that I feel. I just turned it over as I'm about to talk about this. Overcoming obstacles. That's exactly what I was about to say. They're saying you can overcome anything. And I feel that you have. I feel that growing up, you had obstacles and challenges to overcome. And then you were really sensitive. And oy, I feel my own childhood coming into my mind. Yeah, because I get that. I relate to that personally. But focusing on you, you really can overcome anything because you've been doing this for years. You've been doing this for years. But they're inviting you to really enjoy your journey. I feel like sometimes you struggle with it, and that's okay too. But they want to invite you to be more intentional with your creation, with the words that you're speaking. They're saying, speak life, not death over yourself. That's what they're saying. Speak life. Speak words of life. Speak life. They're saying, be confident in yourself. And if you're not confident yet, walk in the shoes of your future self. If you want to be confident, then you just be that person. You could just be that person. And the more you practice being that person, you will become that person. One day you just won't even think about it anymore. You'll just be her. And it's going to be amazing because you're going to find one day you'll be like, did I used to be insecure about something or whatever? And you hadn't even thought about it like for years, or you know what I mean? Or it doesn't affect you at all anymore. And you're like, huh, I didn't even think about that. You know, not even part of my reality, because it's just like the girl with the swimming, with the fear of water, and she woke up and that was no longer part of her story. These things are not going to be part of your story anymore. They're not going to be part of your story. But you need to create your journey. You need to create your journey with they're offering you with more intention, with more positive intention. And the boundaries, that's huge because you're like a light, and you're like the flame, and the moths flock to you that want to talk about their own burdens and stuff. And that's because that's what you emanate, this compassionate, um listening ear. I'm not going to judge you, kind of thing. But it overwhelms you because you take their burdens on as your own. You don't need to do that. So you already said it before. You know, you know, and just the more you practice with your boundaries, the more you use them, the easier it'll be. to say no when you mean no, to say yes when you mean yes, to even say, you know what, let's change the subject. I don't want to talk about this. I love you, but, and you don't have, I can be very direct. I'm not saying you need to be as direct. And sometimes I'm indirect, I'm not. But now that I've learned how to be direct, sometimes I can be maybe too direct, but I guess I'm not too anything. I'm just myself. But just be yourself, but do it and do it your way. She goes, yes, that all makes sense. Absolutely. Do it your way, but do it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what I mean. What were we saying, Spirit? They said she knows. They're using the word, so I'm going to share it. They're saying, but you're protecting your energy by enforcing your boundaries with love and light, with love and light, with love and light. Yeah, because if you focus on judgment, or let's say you listen to somebody complain for 5 hours, and then you're exhausted, and then you're complaining about the fact that they complained for 5 hours, and you're like, I can't believe I listened to right, and then maybe you're telling somebody else, and you're complaining to them that this person complained to you, and then that's just perpetuating, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's an energy drainer, and you are ready for more. This is a new age, and you are ready because all your talents and your gifts, they're there, and you are, they're saying, becoming aware of them more and more. It's funny. I was drawn to pull a card for you. You got this one too, the surrender, let it go. I love that. This is definitely a thread right now, which is why Spirit inspired me to create the Kikani Healing Soul Rejuvenation Journey. And because this is becoming aware of a limiting belief that's holding us back, and then releasing it, and then healing ourselves from it, possible to do alone? Absolutely. Is that easier to have someone facilitating that for you, who's specifically been asked by Spirit to do it, or called? I feel like a calling right now for me to help people do that. I don't know if I'll always do this service, but right now, this is what people need. And so I do feel that if this is something, whether you're watching now or in the replay, if this is something that you, hi Rhonda, welcome. If this is something that you're drawn to do, then I really want to invite you to inbox me on Facebook, or email me at highvibrationalmastery@gmail.com, because I know a lot of you are watching on YouTube as well. Now we're on the replay. By the way, all the readings are just as valid whether you're watching now or 10 years from now. So there is no, well, maybe the personal readings might have not resonate with you. May not want to, how do I want to say that? What I'm saying is, if you're watching this now for the first time, there's a message in here for you. And if you're watching it again, then there's a message in here for you. And you might even see, like, wow, like Jarlene says, wow, you might even see, like, wow, look how far I've come, because that's where I was then, and look where I am now. But there's always something. There's always something. Okay, so that is your reading, Heather, and I thank you again, and congratulations again on winning the contest, the Name That Service contest in High Vibrational Mastery, the group. I love that. All right, so again, let me see if we have anybody else. All right, I do have time for one more. I do have time for one more reading. The reading is a $25 donation tonight. You can use Facebook or PayPal or Cashapp. So whichever one resonates with you, just let me know which one you donated to. Thank you. Heather says, thank you for a wonderful reading. Oh, my pleasure. I'm excited to do the service for you too, because now I have more. Now we both have even more insight, and I feel like I know where they're going to go with this. And they already showed me, like, the energetic boundary and everything. So I'm excited about this. This is going to be amazing. We're going to do that on Zoom. This is how I do private readings, and this is also how we're going to do the soul rejuvenation session. We'll do it on Zoom. It'll be recorded, so you can watch it again. It'll just private, of course, and that's going to be really powerful. That's going to really be conducive to this saying big shifts and great change, great positive change. Because when you remove, they're showing me a and this is for everybody. Now I'm just describing in general what's going on. Like they're showing me like crud on the surface of our lives, right? Of reality right now, and it's risen to the surface. Okay, it's risen to the surface. So when we clear that away, and it might be like a thin layer. They're showing me it's a thin layer, you know. So you clear that away, and then all of a sudden you've got like they're showing me that now they're showing me like you've dusted the sand off of an ancient painting on the ground or something, and you're like, oh my god, look at that! It's this beautiful Greek mural or something. You know, you just dusted it away. Hi, Mystical, great to see you. Thank you for sharing, and welcome, Lauren Green. Um, you've dusted it away, and you can see the beauty, and now you've got this beautiful high vibrational picture when a few minutes ago you just had dust and dirt covering it. So that's like what they're saying. They're not trying to say it, they're specifically saying that about life right now in January 2022, where I feel like even more than just January, they're talking about like a 3-month period where just clearing away, you know. Yeah, because the earth and the collective energy is raising, the vibration is rising. And so those people who are any I shouldn't say those people. People, anyone who's still holding on to lower vibrational beliefs and and behaving in ways that are creating more of that sameness, it makes it uh, it's going to be harder. It's going to be more uncomfortable to like because you're like fighting against the energy that you really want to be in the upward flow, right? You want to be there, but if you're holding on to beliefs that are keeping you down here, then and the energy's moving up, then you're like struggling. It's like you're fighting to stay down, but the energy's moving up, so you're really uncomfortable, and that's. But if you just like release the dust that off or release that layer of crud, that limiting belief or beliefs that no longer serve you, that used to serve you, but now they don't anymore. And you let that go, woof, your vibration soars. Your vibration soars. And the point with the soul, with the Kakani healing soul rejuvenation journey, that is the service that I'm offering now. And if you're interested, you can inbox me on Facebook or email me. It's a very powerful thing because then they not only do they help you become aware of it and clear it for you, but then they fill you up with healing as well. And the healing, see, when you remove something, okay, for example, let's say somebody was a smoker or is a smoker, and then they just stop smoking. Well, if you didn't get the underlying cause, there's still that desire to do something to feel. I'm not even talking about the physical addiction at all. Right now, I'm talking about like the energetic, like why energetically were you smoking at all? Were you like stuffing feelings or whatever limiting belief you had that made you do something that was unhealthy for you intentionally. So that feeling is still there, or there's an emptiness now that you really got rid of the cigarette, and you still have a space. Like that's you're going to look for something else to fill that void, and so that's why spirit's like, no, we're going to clear it for you and then fill you with healing energy, beautiful healing energy, and then help you to enforce the boundaries and stand taller and be and definitely enforce your higher vibrational life. And yeah, it's very powerful, and I'm really excited about it. I really am, definitely. Well, everybody's looking at all these beautiful new faces here. Hello, welcome, Kelsey, Michelle, uh, Tajarina. I am sure I messed up your last name. Is the J silent? Tajarina? Anyway, it's a lovely name, and it's very nice of you to be here. I'm so welcome. Welcome, Lauren Green. Welcome, Mystical. You guys are all awesome. Okay. Again, we have a few more minutes. If you have not donated yet, you can donate $25 for your full live stream reading tonight. I have time for one more live stream reading. All right. Yes, the J is silent. That's okay. And I was right. So, Tijarina? Tijarina? Something like that. All right. Alrighty. Cool, man. All right. I think, let me just double check. Let me know if you use Cashapp, guys, because I haven't even checked Cashapp. It'd be good if I did. Although, if you've already donated on Cashapp or PayPal, let me know that you did. So that makes it easier for me to know. Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get a FedEx tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you what it is. Hang on, let me just pull up Cashapp. I'm sure you would tell me if you donate on Cashapp. Oh, that's all right, dear. Don't worry. Listen, everything is in divine timing. Everything is in divine timing, Kelsey. So if today is not the day, then it's not the day. And that's okay too. Okay. So listen. Okay. My mom transitioned. Um, if you're new here, transitioned. She passed away. All right. I say transition because there is no death, only life and more life. And my mom transitioned back into spirit. She went home. She released the physical body and is now free back in spirit. Which for me makes it a lot knowing that she is still here and being able to communicate with her makes it a whole lot easier than when my dad transitioned when I was 23. Whole different experience. And so that's awesome. But anyway, I still miss her, in the physical. So when she transitioned, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, she's saying it's been hard. I understand. Just know that he's still here with you and that he's still, the spirit is eternal. The spirit is eternal, Kelsey. They don't go anywhere. In fact, he's still present. I'm hearing ever present, ever present. So he's in spirit and he's still with you. So, like hang on, let me see if I can. I know I was talking about two subjects at the same time. That's not really going to work. Where we're going, spirit. Okay, two things. Memory bears. When my mom transitioned, the hospice offered to make memory bears, which means we gave them some articles of clothing, and volunteers were going to sew those pieces of clothing into little bears for the family. Okay, and my mom. It was on the 7th, so 2 days ago, it was 11 months. And those bears were supposed to be done a long time ago. Listen, they're free. It's a gift. And I'm so grateful. I never complained. I called once just to say, hey, are they still coming? Anyway, but yeah, but they're going to be here tomorrow. 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 And I'm really excited. So one from me, one from my niece, one from my brother, and it's going to be a pillow. We're going to give to my friend Diane. My mom. It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I'm really, and I don't sew, but these are things that people can do for themselves as well. If you know how to sew and stuff, I think it's a lovely idea. But I'm really excited about it. My friend Diane, actually, when my mom transitioned, my friend Diane made me a pillow from a shirt. So I still have that. And anyway, I'm really excited. And Amy says, was it my fault that things went so bad with my love interest? Well, welcome, Amy. It's great to see you. And Avi, I'm not Amy. I'm so sorry, Avi. Yeah, very nice to see you. Nice to meet you. I'm going to share something about that. By the way, if you want a personal reading, it's $25 donation on PayPal or Cash App. But I want to address this, not as a reading, but as nothing is your fault. If your fault means that you did something wrong, that means that implies that there is a wrong and a right. Hang on, Spirit. Do you want to address this? Because I want to get it right. I want to get the answer. I want to say what I feel. Okay, but you're flowing through me. Guilt, blame, and shame serve no one. So, if something ended, then it ended. But how? But because I am trying to let go, but it's so hard. I feel he has let go so easily. You can't control anybody else. You can only control yourself. Don't outsource your power. Don't outsource your power, my dear. Well, you know what? I got to tell you, if you choose to feel depressed, you can do that. If you choose to feel guilty and blame yourself, you can do that. They're all very valid, and I feel like you have an awful lot of energy flowing in that direction right now. And that's okay. That's all right. If you want to beat yourself up over this, you can. But when you're done beating yourself up over it, then let it go and move on. Right now, these are things that are probably still serving you. Yeah. And Kelsey says, that's powerful. Guilt, blame, and shame serve no one. They don't. They don't serve anyone. You know, like I used to, when I was growing up in my family, it was like, oh, I'm so worried about you. And that was like a stand in for I care about you. So I'm worried about you, like worried about what happens to you. That is so negative. I'm worried about you. But that was just like my mom and her family and their relatives, and that's just something that was said. I think it might have even been like, where I lived in New York, people just said that. I'm so worried about you. You know, hmm if we focus on worry is a useless thing. It doesn't help us at all. Think about it. Everything teaches us if we allow ourselves to learn. Exactly. Exactly. This is a very educational time for you, at AV or AVI. It's a time for you to learn, and this too shall pass. But just know that you know when you're done beating yourself up over whatever it is that you think you did. And by the way, there are situations where we must be open to receive. Exactly. And allow ourselves to release that which no longer serves us. I assure I don't really feel like Avi is gonna you're like really you're gonna um relate to some of what I'm saying right now, because I feel like you're in a place and you're kind of clinging to the drama, the emotions of the drama that you're going through right now. And that's okay. That's totally cool, and I respect that. And I'm sorry that you're in pain. Sometimes I forget to say that because I'm in a different place. But I'm sorry that you're feeling pain. But I really want, but I just want spirit wants, and I want to share with people to know, just like, shake yourself. And when you're ready, not when you're not listen, like, you're grieving. Honestly, the end of a relationship is, in a lot of ways, is like the end of a life. Like when your father passed away, or like when my mom just passed away last year. You grieve. Everybody grieves differently for different lengths of time. So whether it's a relationship, or a person, or whatever, it's loss, and it's something as a human that we feel something about. And can't say everybody, I don't know, but if somebody doesn't, there's something a little different about them. Most people, especially my audience, you're all very, very much feelers, you're empaths. And so it's something that yeah. But you will definitely learn and grow from this experience, as we all do, as we all do. And a lot of times, like with loss, like with death, with transition, these people choose, these souls choose to leave this earth plane before us. They agreed to this. We agreed on these things beforehand. Okay, we have soul contracts, and so they agreed to it, so we can learn from this. We can learn this lesson. I'm tired. I'm ready to go now. All right, I think that was the last one for the night. Let me just double check. I'm tired and hungry. So I want to say thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for all the Graham family for allowing me to read for you all tonight. This has been like my honor and pleasure. If any of you are interested in a full, well, it is live, but no, not live stream, a full in-person private reading, please go ahead and inbox me, and I'll be glad to go ahead and set that up for you. In fact, if you mention this live stream on January 19th, I will give you $25 off an 1 hour reading. Okay. And that's good for January of 2022. Okay. If you're watching this later, you can inbox me. And if I'm still doing readings, then I will honor that. Okay. So I love you guys. Jackie says good night. Heather says good night. Yeah, you guys are all awesome. So peace, love, and high vibrations. I'll see you all next Wednesday. Same time, same place. Good night, Haley. Good night. You guys are the best. I deeply appreciate and love each and every one of you. Have a super high vibrational day. Namaste.